we are going to continue.
Yes.
Guys, at 2 the كهرباء بده يروح هون كمان.
يلا ما انا عندي غير كلاس كمان بدي. اوكي هلا now this one is you didn't see last year. If the functions f, g, and h are such that f less than g less than h and the limit للf. Close the video يا okay. limit للf equal limit للh, then the limit للg equal limit للf equal limit للh. This is called sandwich theorem. هذه for especially for general. Now إذا عندنا if we have a function g limited between two functions f and h. If we have two functions f and h, g is between f and h. And if the limit of f equal limit لل h, then limit لل g is equal also limit لل f equal limit لل h. This is known as sandwich theorem. Yes, what you don't understand?
لا.
أنا كمان ما فهمت.
For example, we have three functions f, g, و
For
h.
example شو؟
معنى هلا بعطي example. معنى f معنى function g between f and h. لحد هون clear?
Yes.
Yes.
For example, إذا f will h tends to 1 as x tends to a, إذا f and h tends to 1, then g will be between 1 and 1. Then the limit of g is also 1. Clear?
Okay. Yes. هلا صار فهمت.
هلا صار اوكي فهمت. اوكي يعني
Yes.
now إذا بدنا نجيب limit of sin x على x plus 1 as x tends to infinity. Okay.
Okay.
If we replace, what is sin infinity?
Plus.
What is sin infinity? What is sin plus infinity? ما عم بسمع. Sin infinity دائما الساين. What's the highest value of sin x? What is the greatest value of sin x? Shabab, what is the greatest value of sin x? You know sin x is between always sine and cosine is always between 1 and minus 1. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. This is why sin x over x plus 1 is between minus 1 over x plus 1 and 1 over x plus 1. عرفتوا كيف صار هيدا ولا نو؟
Yes.
كيف صار خبرني إذا عرفت. Yes.
مع الساين أصغر number is minus 1 والأكبر is plus 1.
Like أول شيء if we take the numerator minus 1 sin x between minus 1 and 1 بس طلعوا على numerators. Yes, Lale, what do you want to ask? You raised your hand.
Hey, Thomas.
فيك تعمل zoom in.
If sin x is between minus 1 and 1. Yes, هذا numerator. Yes.
Yes.
Now, if we divide each side by x plus 1, we divide the three sides. We can divide by the same positive number. We divide the first one by x plus 1, the second line by x plus 1, and the third one by x plus 1. This is why we get this relation. Okay, هذا relation. Sin x over x plus 1 is between minus 1 over x plus 1 and 1 over x plus 1. Now, if we take the limit, Now, if we take the limit of this inequality, of this double inequality as x tends to plus infinity, minus 1. عم تسمعوا؟
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Minus 1 over x plus 1. A dash limit of minus 1 over x plus 1 as x tends to plus infinity. What's the limit of this one as x tends to plus infinity?
0.
0.
هذا 0. With the second one equal 1 over x plus 1 as x tends to plus infinity is 0. Then
0 كمان.
sine x over x plus 1 is between 0 and 0. Then the limit of sine x على x plus 1 as x tends to plus infinity equal 0.
0.
This is, we call it sandwich theorem. Okay, clear? هيدا especially for general, for life not required enough, not required for life. For general.
Okay.
سمعت أكبر راس؟ Okay.
Ustaz,
Yes. Yes.
life and a life.
Okay. If L is positive and if F is positive, then limit F as x tends to A will be positive. If the function is always positive, then the limit of this function to any value will lead to a positive number. حتى يعطيني example a function always positive. على طول positive. هذا يعطيني example, simple example, a function which is always positive.
هيدا x square.
Like x square plus 1. Good. X square plus 1 is positive. You know, x square is positive, 1 is positive. Now, if you take the limit of this function to any value, the limit of x as x tends to minus 1, for example, what will be this limit? It will be 2, which leads to a positive number. Okay? Now, also, if f is negative, if f is always negative or whatever is x, then the limit of f to any value will lead to a negative number. It is the same. فينا نعطي example on a negative function like minus x squared minus 1. Then the limit of this function as any value at any value is negative. Last year we took polynomial function. تذكروا polynomial function؟
Yes.
كيف البولينوميال function؟ كيف بيكون مثلا؟ البولينوميال function بيكون
إذا في بالسكوير ناخد highest degree.
اوكي as بس على الانفينيتي
يعني السكوير.
we take the highest degree. So limit of a function of a polynomial function at infinity is equal to the limit of the highest degree. For example, هيدا polynomial function x squared minus 3x plus 1. What is the limit of this function at infinity?
X squared.
We take the limit of the highest degree. Highest degree is x squared. So it will be plus infinity squared is plus infinity. Also, if we take another example of a polynomial function, minus 3x cubed minus 4x squared plus 1. What is the limit of this function at minus infinity? We take the highest degree. What's the highest degree here?
Minus 3x cubed.
Minus 3x cubed. Minus infinity cube, قديش بيعطي minus infinity cube? Is minus infinity times minus, we get a
plus infinity.
Now, a rational function. شو rational function? Rational function. شو rational function? شباب بدي تحكوا. rational function هي بتكون بشكل fraction. اوكي. So irrational function at infinity. كيف نجيب limit of irrational function at infinity?
The highest over highest.
Highest degree of the numerator over highest degree of the denominator. For example, this is a rational function. So limit as x tends to infinity. We don't replace infinity. So directly we take the highest degree of the numerator. What's the highest degree of the numerator? 5x. The highest degree of the denominator?
X squared.
X squared. We simplify x and x, we get 5 over x. 5 over, now we remove the limit and we replace x by infinity. 5 over plus infinity
يعطي 0.
يعطي 0. أو فينا نحط 0 plus. 0 or 0 plus is the same. ليش 0 plus؟ not 0 minus.
لأنه plus infinity.
اللي مش وإنه فوق plus 5. Positive over positive will give a positive. Another example, limit. كمان هيدا rational function. So we take the limit of the highest degree over highest degree. X squared over x squared. We don't replace, we simplify. X squared with x squared, we get 1. Clear?
Yes.
The third example, كمان هيدا rational function. Highest degree of the numerator is x squared. Highest degree of the denominator is 5x. You simplify x over 5 minus infinity over 5, we will get minus infinity. يلا 5 minutes more. تعبتوا؟ Okay.
لا.
So what are the indeterminate forms that we get? في عندنا 4 indeterminate forms. What are the 4 indeterminate forms? Infinity minus infinity. We'll take common, or we take the highest degree. We take common or we take the highest degree. Oh, they're missing or. So we take common or we take the highest degree. This is very important. We are going to use all this here whenever we are taking function. Mostly 60% of your program is about functions. 0 times infinity is also indeterminate. We have to change the form. Either we expand or we factorize or we take the common denominator. So 0 times infinity is indeterminate form. 0 over 0 is also indeterminate. We are going to use L'Hopital's rule. We are going to see what is Hopital's rule. Infinity over infinity also is indeterminate. We are going to use L'Hopital's rule. We will discuss L'Hopital's rule later in this chapter. Okay, this is enough for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. Please, حدا أخذ notes or you don't take notes?
أستاذ